Almost there. That was the phrase that echoed in my mind as I played Assassin's Creed Mirage when it first launched. Basim's brief but impactful journey rising through the ranks in the sun-drenched city of Baghdad was truly a treat to experience. So much so that I achieved the Platinum Trophy in both versions of the game. It was like stepping back into the era of the original Assassin's Creed. After playing AC Shadows last month, a game that overall left me disappointed, you can check out my video review on it, I felt an irresistible pull to revisit Mirage. And the moment I loaded in for this replay, I was floored. Baghdad pulsed with life in a way Shadows Japan never did. I said this before in my Shadows video. Japan, despite its rich cultural history, felt strangely muted and flat. But Baghdad, it's breathtaking. Every bustling market, every sun-drenched rooftop, every synchronization point feels alive. And the city radiates its own unmistakable identity. One glance is all it takes to know you are playing Mirage. I never imagined I'd say this about a recent Ubisoft game, but some locations in Mirage are incredibly recognizable, like the House of Wisdom, or this synchronization point in the heart of the desert. Climbing these vantage points and soaking in the breathtaking vistas never loses its magic. The game of course looks incredible almost every time of day, but in the daylight specifically, Baghdad practically glows. The bright horizons pulls you in, and the masterful world design urges you to keep running, vaulting, and leaping forward. Every detailed rooftop and tightly constructed alley feels like it was crafted for parkour, flowing together so seamlessly it's almost hypnotic. The city is alive with intricate details, sand swirling beneath each step, bustling crowds filling the streets, birds chirping with adhan in the backdrop, and a sense of authenticity to the time and place in every corner. It's the kind of atmosphere that transports you straight back to the golden days of Assassin's Creed. But when you are galloping across the open desert, it stirs memories of Egypt from Origins. Yet, even in those wide, sandy stretches, Mirage carries far more personality and charm than the sprawling RPG entries. For me, this is Assassin's Creed. Leaping between rooftops, taking in the elevated views, and soaking in an atmosphere the newer games rarely capture. I don't want to gallop endlessly on horseback across a sprawling empty world like in Shadows or Valhalla. I prefer a tighter, hyper-detailed setting like Mirage or Syndicate, where every corner feels handcrafted and every street reflects the developer's care and passion. The compact size of Mirage comes with its drawbacks. While the game offers multiple regions to explore, they blur together visually, lacking distinct identities. The unique style that defines the game's overall look doesn't extend to these areas. I often can't tell if I'm in Abbasia or Herbia. You've probably seen more parkour in this video than you bargained for, but for me, it's the heart of this game. Baghdad and Assassin's Creed is a match made in heaven. The world design practically seduces you into parkour, something I found missing in Shadows. The flow is smooth and exhilarating, with animations that are as polished as the franchise has ever delivered. When you chain those moves together, the feeling is pure satisfaction. Some of the moves are so captivating that I find myself constantly searching for opportunities to use them, like the mechanism that lifts Basim vertically onto rooftops, or this one move that helps bridge the larger gaps between the buildings. It's truly exhilarating. Of course, the parkour isn't flawless. I still get annoyed when Basim clings to surfaces or leaps to places I never intended. Even the newer games haven't ironed out this Ubisoft jank, which sometimes murs what could otherwise be seamless perfection. It's moments like these that reinforce my almost there feeling. The issues are most apparent during stealth encounters, which often feel janky and unpolished. The assassination animations seem like recycled copies from the RPG titles, lacking the visual flair that parkour boasts. At times, it becomes so messy and inconsistent that frustration sets in. Still, I appreciate Mirage's return to classic stealth mechanics. The game encourages a stealthy approach throughout. And while it can be enjoyable at times, the simplicity and repetitive design, sneaking into enemy bases, assassinating targets, and using tools here and there, can wear thin. Plus, Basim's strange superpower that lets him teleport to enemies for multiple takedowns feels out of place. Outside of stealth, the sword fight feels quite basic again, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. As I mentioned, the game encourages you to rely on stealth above all else. The finishers feel satisfying, especially when executed after dodging incoming attacks. Their animations are fluid and striking, adding a thrilling flair to combat.
Weighs heavily in my hand. What is it, I wonder?
This is the very point where I feel the game falls short of greatness and settles into being just almost there, as the thumbnail of this video. Let me just say first, the story in this game is incredible, standing proudly alongside some of the best narratives in the franchise. It's refreshing to witness Basim's origin, watching him rise from a street thief to an assassin, eventually becoming one of the hidden ones. It's a deeply personal journey that drew me in from the very start, making me genuinely care about where this compelling, likable character ends up. I won't dive too deep into the story here, as I haven't finished my replay yet. The issue isn't with the story or the writing, it's the presentation that falls flat. Major cutscenes lack drama and emotion. Everything feels off. Characters' faces appear lifeless. Lip sync is mismatched. Facial animations feel stiff. And the voice acting, despite being solid, doesn't quite fit the scenes.
I am merely the son of a public servant who dedicated his life to the betterment of his people.
Honestly, some of these cutscenes are worse than what we've seen from the franchise decades ago. Just compare these cutscenes to those from AC Syndicate in 2015. How far apart they are. It's disappointing that a story and world this rich aren't supported by the quality of presentation they truly deserve. What adds more weight to my almost there argument is something I mentioned earlier, the repetitive gameplay. The franchise's signature set-piece moments are long gone, replaced by sequences copy-pasted from its RPG counterparts that feel flat and lifeless, a stark contrast to the hyper-detailed world and the immersive parkour system. Overall, if these issues I mentioned were addressed, Assassin's Creed Mirage could easily be one of the best games in the franchise. That's why I truly want the developers to revisit Baghdad and give this world and probably Basim another chance. The game gets so much right and ticks countless boxes, but its underwhelming shell keeps it from reaching its full potential. I genuinely feel excited to return to Baghdad here and there. The setting is a masterclass in world building, something to be fair this franchise always excelled at, and this one is no slouch. Even something as simple as Basim's outfit, with their variety of dyes to discover throughout the world, adds to the richness and immersion. This is one of the most underrated titles in the franchise, and I understand why. The game's understated nature, especially compared to Shadows, ultimately leaves me with this feeling of almost there. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Do you agree with my take? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Rakzplayz signing off.